If your shot looks boring even though it's full of action, it's probably the camera. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 different ways you can spice up your shot just by changing the camera from static to dynamic. Let's start off with whip pan. The whip pan is a very quick sideways pan of the camera. It adds that frantic energy that you might be looking for, and it also creates a really strong motion blur, which could be an interesting transition between shots. You can also use it to switch between different characters like they did in this scene from Whiplash. Or even use it as a POV shot of someone frantically looking around. And speaking of POV or point of view, Breaking Bad does a really good job with this technique. Normally, in a POV shot, you'd be looking through someone's eyes. But in Breaking Bad, there are multiple scenes where they attach the camera to a moving object, which is very unexpected, and it creates a really weird but interesting result that stands out. Number 3 is crash zoom. Crash zoom is somewhat similar to whip pan, but instead of panning side to side, you're zooming in and out really fast. This can create the feeling of intense focus or urgency, but it could also be used to add humor as well. Quentin Tarantino is well known for using this technique in many of his films, like Kill Bill. The next cool move you can try is the arc shot. Now, this type of shot can have a dizzying effect, but it also really helps focus on the main subject of the shot, since the background is constantly changing and sometimes even blurred. Remember that camera moves aren't just a cool way to show your shot, they can be used to create emotion, and that could help push the story of the shot, story of the film or short film forward, just by changing the camera. In this shot from A Beautiful Mind, the arc move represents the chaos, confusion, and the racing mind of the main character as he struggles with schizophrenia, and the camera is as much a storytelling tool as anything else in this movie. And if you want to learn how to achieve this cool camera trick in Blender, you can check out 2Animate's Blender Basics course, where we show you how to use all animation tools Blender has to offer, as well as some cool camera tricks so that you're fully ready to animate your own shots in Blender. And last but not least, you can follow your character around through the scene with a tracking shot. Usually this has more of a handheld feel, but you can also use a dolly and lock the camera to specific directions of movement. Either way, tracking is a great way to show off the set design and allow your characters to move around freely and transition to a different location seamlessly. Remember that the faster the camera moves, the more dynamic the shot will be. So again, if you feel like your own shot is too static, it might be because the camera is either not moving at all or moving too slowly. Now, if the camera isn't the issue in your shot and your shot still looks boring, then maybe it's the expression. In which case, you can watch this video right here on how to make your character's expressions more expressive.